has a lot.
Hello everyone, I am Bowser Jr. XD, and welcome to the Fr8 208 at Atlanta Motor Speedway. They reconfigured it to make it more super speedway-like. As you can see, I'm in a different room because now I'm finally home. Home for my spring break. Okay, I gotta find a better place for this. I have a card that's laminated, and I can't help but scratch it, and it makes my skin crawl. Anyway, you know, like a freaking cat. Anyway, we're here at Atlanta. They're about to, looks like they're about to fire up the engines very soon. I'm gonna slip this in here. There we go. Alright, so, they just did the, national anthem. So now we're here just waiting. Another note, this is my 21st birthday, and on the same day, they finally gave me community posts. Hallelujah! Now I'm just waiting for them to give the command. So, right now, we're still in a commercial. Well, I love that they changed the name to the Fr8 208. It's a nice... just a nice name. I've got this music from a game in my head. The game called Crypt of the Necrodancer. Level 3-1. It's got this infectious beat. And some of maybe my favorite drivers can bring it home today from a...
It's time to go racing in Las Vegas. It is green. Chandler Smith on the outside, threatening. Zay Smith fighting back.
Get up there, crossing.
Oh, and the crossover inside.
Hell yeah, Chandler Smith, that's a drive right there.
And he has done it.
Oh my God, that was a drive. You're a damn wheelman, dude. Holy cow.
Chandler Smith did it in Las Vegas. How about his home track? Hey, he's about hometown, about 90 miles from here at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
So yeah, Atlanta, they upped the banking and they narrowed the racetrack to make it more like a super speedway. I'm not really sure what I think of it yet. I need to see it race.
And now for the most famous words in motorsports, please welcome founder and owner of Fr8 Auctions, Marcus Barella.
Hey, 125.
Fr8 Auctions.
75 to get $200. Race fans, welcome to Atlanta Motor Speedway and the Fr8 208. Drivers, start your engines.
That is how you do a freaking
I'm voting for that.
Starting command.
Command of the year.
Fr8 208 is on the front row motors. No, Fr8 Auctions is on the front row motorsports truck for this race as well. So I'm just going to point that out there.
Sponsorship. Well, Mike, I don't think you've ever had a more complicated track description than this one right here.
It's brought to you by Camping World. The track is 1.4 miles, 4 miles in length. I'm already off to a rocking start.
No competition caution today.
28 degrees
Trucks
on the
are
floor.
while this track is still super speedway like, Trucks and Xfinity will be using their intermediate package, while Cup will be using the super speedway package.
I hate to turn you loose on the racing license, but I'm going
208 miles. I'm going to give it a whirl. How about a
208 miles, 135 laps, 30, 30, 75.
The last stage, 75 laps. Our pit window, somewhere around 55 to 60 laps. We think there's going to be a pit stop in that last stage for sure. You're going to get better fuel mileage with the engine package these guys have right now.
Let's address the changes to this racetrack.
Thank you to whoever just subscribed.
It may be 1.54 like it's always been, but it's not the same track it's always been.
Marcus Smith, the owner of this racetrack, he told me, he said, I wanted a racetrack that we repaved and the guys could race on it side by side from lap one. Phil and I grew up in an age where it took 4 or 5 years to be able to get racing on a new repave. He has accomplished that, Vince. He upped the banking. He narrowed the turns. And that means that we're running speeds wide open around this racetrack, so they put a smaller engine package in play under the hood, and they still have big spoilers on the back. So we're going to see a lot of fun action here. Think of Daytona and Talladega, just a little bit smaller. You're going to see the same type of action.
Wider on the front stretch, more narrow in the corners, and the steepest 1.5 miles on the circuit leads us to believe we're going to see something unique here today. Camping World starting lineup.
We will. All right, everyone. Now it's time to get this underway. They're going over the starting lineup right now. So, starting 36th, driving the number 41, Eat Florida Watermelon Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports, Ross Chastain. Starting 35th, driving the number 47, LiftKitsForLess.com Toyota for Glory to God Racing, Brennan Poole. Starting 34th, driving the number 02, SimSeat Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports, Jesse Little. Starting 33rd, driving the number 3, Easy Care Bomberito.com Chevrolet for Jordan Anderson Racing, Jordan Anderson. Starting 32nd, driving the number 9, Raceline Chevrolet for CR7 Motorsports, Blaine Perkins. Starting 31st, driving the number 46, AutoPartsForLess.com Toyota for Glory to God Racing, Matt Jaskell. Sorry. Starting 30th, driving the number 12, Rim Time Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports, Spencer Boyd. Starting 29th, driving the number 33, Dull Dirt Toyota for the Reum Brothers Racing Team, Chris Hacker, Twitter's favorite driver. Starting 28th, driving the number 43, Clean Harbor Chevrolet for Reum Brothers Racing, Thad Moffitt. Starting 27th, driving the number 1, Waste Quip Ford for David Gilliland Racing, Haley Deegan. Starting 26th, driving the number 91, Gates Hydraulic Chevrolet for McAnally Hildman Racing, Colby Howard. Starting 25th, driving the number 38, FreightAuctions.com Ford for Front Row Motorsports, Zane Smith. Starting 24th, driving the number 45, AutoParkit.com Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports, Lawless Allen. Starting 23rd, driving the number 56, Unit Storage Toyota for Hill Motorsports, Timmy Hill. Starting 22nd, driving the number 24, Chevrolet Truck Month Chevrolet for GMS Racing, Jack Wood. Starting 21st, driving the number 44, FNB Corporation Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports, Chris Wright. Sorry. Starting 20th, driving the number 61, David S. Gray Found Love Toyota. What the fuck kind of neat sponsor is that? For Hattori Racing Enterprises, Chase Purdy. Starting 19th, driving the number 51, JBL Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports, Corey Heim. Starting 18th, driving the number 19, Napa Auto Care Chevrolet for McAnally Hildman Racing, Derek Kraus. Starting 17th, driving the number 30, Rangeline Group Toyota for On Point Motorsports, Tate Fogelman. Starting 16th, driving the number 98, Curb Records Toyota for Thor Sport Racing, Christian Eckes. Starting 15th, for the number 99, Unsponsored Toyota for Thor Sport Racing, Ben Rhodes. Starting 14th, driving the number 20, JF Electric Chevrolet for Young's Motorsports, Matt Mills. Starting 13th, driving the number 40 Worldwide Express Chevrolet. Yes, for Nice Motorsports. Dean Thompson. There was also, why the hell is Ben Rhodes unsponsored again? Defending champion much? Anyway, starting 12th, driving the number 4 Pi Barker Fire and Safety Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports, John Hunter Nemechek. Starting 11th, driving the number 17 United Rentals Ford for David Gilliland Racing, Ryan Preece. Starting 10th, driving the number 16 Lunai Toyota for Hattori Racing Enterprises, Tyler Ankrum. Starting 9th, driving the number 15 Ford Performance Ford for David Gilliland Racing, Tanner Gray. Starting 8th, driving the number 23 Champion Power Equipment Chevrolet for GMS Racing, Grant Enfinger. Starting 7th, driving the number 22 AM Technical Solutions Chevrolet for AM Racing, Austin Wayne Self. Starting 6th, driving the number 25 Rackley Roofing Warshock Chevrolet for Rackley War, Matt DiBenedetto. Starting 5th, driving the number 42 Premier Security Solutions Chevrolet for Nice Motorsports, Carson Hocevar. Starting 4th, driving the number 66 American Racing Wheels Toyota for ThorSport Racing, Ty Majeski. Starting 3rd, driving the number 88 Black Label Bacon Menards Toyota for ThorSport Racing, Matt Crafton. Starting 2nd, driving the number 52 Hallmark International Toyota for Hallmark Friesen Racing, Stuart Friesen. And on pole, last week's winner, driving the number 18 Safe Light Toyota for Kyle Busch Motorsports, Chandler Smith. We have 3 former winners in the field. Matt Crafton, John Nemechek, and Grant Enfinger have each won in Atlanta once. Crafton in 2015, Chandler Smith, Nemechek in 2016, and Enfinger in 2020. Can one of those pull it off? Will we have a first-time winner given the shakeup of the track? Or could it be just somebody else entirely? I'm pumped.
Even they're Italians.
Whoa, you talking Italians?
Anyway, now we are just waiting. It's starting the top 10 obviously lined up here. Let's look real quick. Here's my BattleBots stuff right there. I had that all set up. I'm just like, you know, what I hope though is, like I've seen people point out, I hope that this is not the norm for Atlanta. I hope that that it becomes that if they do keep it, that it's the only track, that they don't change the other 1.5s. Maybe Texas and then change Atlanta back, but they're cookie cutters because they're all the same. Maybe differentiate them, you know. As much as 1.5s are easily the worst type, but if you make them all like super speedways, you're going to dilute the importance of Daytona and Talladega and why they're so appealing.
Today, the NASCAR doubleheader, the Camping World Truck Series, followed by the Xfinity race here at Atlanta Motor Speedway. The track changes. The front stretch 6.5 feet wider. The corners 15 feet narrower. The banking 4 degrees steeper. Repaved for the first time since 1997. It's a recipe for what?
Anarchy, action, energy, excitement.
I like it.
The 3 E's. No, wait, I forgot. Action.
I mean, if that third groove starts working, I mean, where guys are pushing and shoving, all that kind of stuff.
I know we had Fr8 as Rick Corelli for his spotter. I did not know that. Yes, we used to have, I think, Trip Bruce as his crew chief. Not anymore.
Spotter Rick Corelli and his mates up on the roof.
Corelli spots for Bell.
It's a new day, Vince. And those spotters have their eyes wide open, wondering what they're going to see.
The 21st time the NASCAR Truck Series has raced at Atlanta Motor Speedway, but never quite like this.
Here we go. They go roaring down the grid. A new era of Atlanta comes. It's a Fr8 208. Goes green. Here we go. 135 laps around this 1.5-mile quad oval. Chandler Smith to the lead as the cars go 2 by 2 behind. Some cars even venturing out, trucks trying to go out to the third row. Because Atlanta, at least before, had enough for a third line. But I'm not sure if there's space for that anymore. Oh, wow. Stuart Friesen manages to take the lead going down the backstretch. Oh, a truck in the wall right to start. It's Matt DiBenedetto.
Matt DiBenedetto, right side damage on that 25 truck.
Stuart Friesen maintained his lead. I mean, there was just no room for him up there when they went through the turns because it's so narrow now. Anyway, Enfinger is now right behind in second position. Yeah, but he lost about 6 spots from where he started. He's now in the 12th position. And bam, he smacks the wall again.
Still green, but surely going to go caution here.
Eventually.
Get that down out of the way.
Look how much damage even the left.
They haven't called caution yet. He's down on the apron. We stay green. Unbelievable. How the hell does this happen? Right at the start, possibly one of the favorites due to his skills on super speedways. Now he's out of it. They're also top 10's changing so fast. I can't keep up. 23, 98.
To the other trucks involved.
Looking at it because so Friesen got out to the lead with a great push by DiBenedetto. So then what happened next is that, well, he tried to make that pass on the outside and he lost it. He got loose.
He had no room to catch it, Michael. And he might have very well clipped the back of Stuart Friesen, which upset the front of his truck. See if he gets, as he goes by, trying to go by Friesen. Right there, that little bit of a touch could have upset that truck.
So he'll have to dig out of a hole early. Matt DiBenedetto has come in, got fresh tires, and is back out. Top 10 in both races this season, but off to a tough start here, Jamie.
Indeed. He's going to go a lap down.
The rest of the race, they did drop him off of the jacks and realized that they didn't have any issues.
There we go.
Body damage that was still rubbing, so they're hopeful that it's been fixed enough that he can get back up there, maybe make up some more time out on the racetrack, just execute here on pit lane.
Yeah, okay, enough focusing on the event. I want to see the field racing. Spencer Boyd has fallen far behind the pack. Friesen still leads, but yeah, this is, I'm interested to see, okay, drivers can still go 3 wide to the front stretch, as I just saw Corey Heim, John Nemechek, and Wallace Allen go 3 wide. Okay. What it looks like has happened is that the field has separated pack-wise. At the front of the first pack, we see Zane Smith, Corey Heim, and and Haley Deegan. That's in the back of the top 20. Then there's a second pack a few seconds ahead of that. Yeah, 3 seconds ahead of that. So the top 15 have separated from the back 21.
Look at these trucks bobbing around. That's what makes this so interesting. It's Daytona Talladega style racing, but handling is still a part of the equation. And the trucks are really bouncing around.
Up here, whoa! Ooh, the 1 of Haley Deegan did get sideways. The 4 pushing the 41 past her. That truck was loose, but she kept it going. I think that puts her, that puts her back in the 20th position, up 7 from where she started.
We see that at Daytona Talladega.
She thinks she got a tire rub.
She thought she might have a tire
and there's no comp caution, so, and coming in for a caution, something coming in would be like suicide at this point.
Yeah, if she would have lost that, it would have collected John Hunter Nemechek and Ross.
Whoa! Loose, yeah, no, she came down, she got loose.
She's coming to pit.
She's coming to pit. Oh, yeah. Lots of now that's see the left rear flat. So that's 2 cars or trucks already with tire rubs in the first 10 laps. Son of a bitch. What's
it is a left rear tire. You heard her on the team saying that she thought she had an issue. She eventually had to get low. She come into pit lane this time, but crew reminding her, just stay calm, keep your head straight. We can easily make this lap up early.
I think she got into Ross Chastain with the left rear, and that's what cut that tire down.
Stuart Friesen continues to
that was an unforced error. Right now, the top 15 are single file. Great! Train racing at Atlanta. Because that's what we were going for with this package. Although I say that, there's a car in the bottom trying to make... Oh, no, wait. Okay, yeah, it's Ryan Preece who's moved up to the 6th position. And I'm going to update.
We're 10 laps in.
Train racing at Atlanta. Because that's what we were all looking for. Right? Good God. Obviously, it was gonna be like that. But anyway, what if the purpose was to get that to accomplish pack racing, so far you kind of, but you failed. Yeah, I'm falling off the Deegan train because you know what. First year it's excusable. At second year we're 3 races in. She's had a problem in every single one, and I'm just tired of it. Oh, and Live Fast Motorsports is someone who knows Coda in the number 78 car next week. Former Cup Rookie of the 2011 Rookie of the Year, Andy Lawley. Also, Deegan said that she felt that she has another flat. Yeah, wonderful. Well, hopefully she's not. I'm hoping that's wrong. Because making up more than 1 lap, you might be able to make up since it's early. 2, no. All right, we're back. Halfway through stage 1.
Welcome back. Camping World Truck Series.
Deegan 2 laps down. Well, good news is, well, actually there is one.
With us today, Stuart Friesen out front. He has led all 15 laps so far. Led only 20 laps. All of
Matt DiBenedetto is 8 down.
He's clicking them off here today,
and he's getting a lot of support from the 23 truck.
25 actually still in pit road. Problem is Spencer Boyd is trailing the field. So unless it's a caution, he's going to get the free pass.
But there's company coming. Those guys that started the rear, John Hunter Nemechek, Ross Chastain, along with Zane Smith, they've caught the tail end of this pack.
Okay. Second pack has caught the front pack. Find some of them.
To get through this group of trucks, and there you see them catching the back of the pack now. They're going to have to go now to get to the front.
They were over 5 seconds behind about 4 laps ago. Now they're inside of 2 seconds. Watch those guys. Carson Hosemeyer is going to jump down to the bottom and said, let me go with you.
Oh, and Hosemeyer got really loose off 4.
He was running 3rd earlier and got out of the draft and backed up to these guys right here.
It'll be interesting to see if that bottom lane can continue to generate momentum forward. As you see, Chastain in that 41 truck has moved to the top. Zane Smith and John Hunter Nemechek going with him.
2 trucks made it to the back pack. Made it to the front pack.
Lot freer down there on the 7. Whoa. Okay, step 4. Copy. I saw a gap. I thought I could suck it back, and I did not.
House of ours seems to be falling off
But that's good. You live and you learn.
a bit.
Make moves, they don't work. You know not to make that same move again.
You see these trucks running around the middle of the racetrack. Carson was talking about going down low, and he said his truck just wouldn't go down there. Just bogged it down a little bit.
Watch that back. You can see the black truck on the bottom. Chandler Smith trying to go low. There's John Hunter Nemechek in the 4. See how much more speed there is down low? How many trucks he's passing down here in 3 and 4? John Hunter's on a mission.
Well, if he could get just a little bit of help down there with him.
Yeah, I was going to ask her. She's surprised that nobody else has gone with him down there.
I'm not surprised Grant Enfinger has it because Grant's just sitting there waiting for the stage to end. He knows he's got enough truck to pull out and make a move. If he can complete the pass or not, that's yet to be seen. But he has that opportunity in that second position.
I think if Ross, that red truck right there, the 41, if he got with John Hunter, maybe Zane Smith, and went to the bottom, had a little bit of help down there, they may be able to drive by that entire field.
9 laps left.
Indeed.
In stage
Where is
number 1.
Nemechek? He's not even in the top 20. Oh, never mind, he is. He's in the back of the pack. That's why. He's, yeah, now 18 cars in the lead pack.
Being able to have a strong result. He didn't see anybody else have that same stability and that same ability to move around that he did. So he was looking forward to being able to make these passes. Unfortunately, though, he has stuff in the back, but he's making work of it now.
Another truck trying to get down.
Benedetto is now 11 laps down.
Teammate Chandler Smith, he's working the bottom, and I guarantee you, Phil, Chandler's just down there saying, "Come on, John Hunter, I can do it too." And they're trying to get a groove down low.
There's Smith in that 18. Jack Wood just ahead.
What we have is something, but it's not interesting. And frankly, I don't know how it's going to work when they try to make those big passes now, because we might just see just large-scale accidents. Oh, of course we are.
Going to break, but we'll keep it side by side, so you won't miss a lap at Atlanta Motor Speedway.
Crash! Give number 1 the free pass. Before Spencer Boyd goes a lap down. And they get past the Benedetto again, who goes now a 12th lap down. He's, oh my God.
You gonna get steak, right?
Yeah. Need more football? The USFL kicks off April 16th on Fox and NBC.
In NASCAR, the journey begins with one simple start. Turn, bump, win, and celebration. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I'm NASCAR.
The truck's trying to make those passes in the middle of the 10s positions. Ooh, oh, the 15! Getting loose after a bunch of pushes from the, I think that was the 24 at Jack Wood, or it's the 18 actually. One of those two is at the back of the 15. And now the 20 just got lapped. Wonderful.
Master the drive in the all-new Toyota GR86.
The 4 and 41 drafting down the backside now that we're down to 6 laps to no, the inside. Now that we're 6 laps to go.
And lidocaine in a soft foam applicator. Blue Emu works fast and you won't stink. An official partner of NASCAR.
Making the choice to go back to work is a big decision. But this time, I have my own job description.
Haley Deegan now goes 3 laps down. Oh, fucking beautiful.
You know, my terms.
She took herself out before it was even before the race even really got
City
started.
Dirt Race is back at Bristol in 2022, and this time it's a night race. You remember the last night race?
Because the car falling back to the middle of the field now. It's 98. Now that they're actually 3 wide, see trucks falling back to the middle. 98 of Christian Eckes. Brian Priest has worked his way up to 4th now.
Remember, this is
I'm thinking they should probably go back to not commercial.
It's Bristol, baby!
So far, Stuart Friesen has led every lap. We've had 1 lead change. No, we've had no lead changes.
I can tell my heart rate is ramped up too. This is crazy. The trucks are drafting tight together, but they're starting to slip and slide. They're really loose. Look, 3 wide.
Now, yeah, we're finally having something interesting happen. But, so no, Friesen has led every lap thus far.
They get such a big run. You got to really be careful. bigger run than run into the back of somebody.
On board with Matt Crafton, looking out the rear of his truck.
Look at this view,
Now from the front.
riding on his head.
Oh, God. Yeah, the one truck has to be done at this point. They keep pitting over and over again.
Spirit Crouch right in front of him, Michael.
You can't throw it all out the window for this stage win, but they're driving like they were willing to.
Coming down. 2 to go at Atlanta for stage 1.
Stuart Friesen has been out front the entire way.
It's like Eck is trying to try the top line. Tanner Gray almost tried to go up, but I think he's going to get past now.
Chastain pushing to the front. They're in position to do that again.
Yeah, Chastain and Nemechek have been working down on the bottom together. They are right now 8th. No, 9th and 11th.
Chastain slipping.
But still not a ton of momentum, not a ton of stuff going at the front. White flag out, last lap of stage 1. Will anyone try to make a move on Stuart Friesen? Somebody. Cars diving down, the 15 and the 98. Will Enfinger drop down? What about Derek Kraus? That inside line getting a little momentum, though kind of breaking up now. Coming through turns 3 and 4. Nah, Friesen is out way too far for anyone else to get a run on him. Checkered flag, green and checkered, and finger to the inside, but it's Friesen with the stage victory.
Wow, it has been a long time for Stuart Friesen. Hadn't won a stage since October of 2020, but just pockets his 11th career stage
52, 23, 1998, 88, 15, 18, 41, 416. Friesen, Enfinger, Kraus. Oh shit.
Now there's Haley Deegan, who has gone from bad
the hell?
For Haley.
The one just blew up.
Start to the 22 season.
Oh God! The wheel on fire.
That has to be some fluid right there that caught on fire.
Oh Jesus Christ! How do you even do that? Friesen, Enfinger, Kraus, Eckes, Crafton, Gray, Chandler Smith, Chastain, Nemechek, Ankrum, your top 10. I'm gonna go get some water while we're getting this, so I'll be right back. There's nothing really to talk about since we're, under caution. Got to me the water, the H2O, the dihydrogen oxide. My hydration. Deliciousness in a cup.
For Enfinger, I mean, he had struggled through the first couple of races of the season, and those stage points were important for a driver down in the 23rd position of points. Granted, it's early, but still, any chance you get points, you better get them.
We talked about those guys going to the back. John Hunter Nemechek, Ross Chastain, both of those guys up in the top 10.
Didn't take long before we saw some issues. Matt DiBenedetto got up out of the groove and got into the wall. Some right side damage. Thought maybe he had gathered it up and would be okay. Haley Deegan got a little help from Colby Howard. Eventually made some other contact and cut that left rear, and that created some fire underneath.
Probably cut the brake line, so that's probably brake fluid catching on fire.
Had to pull Haley from the truck, so she's had to go to the infield care center. We hope to hear from her shortly. So DiBenedetto has eventually come back down pit road for other issues. He's 12 laps down, Deegan 8 laps down, but otherwise, for the most part, everybody else has managed to handle stage one. This beautiful day here in Hampton, Georgia at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Fans out. Good to see the kids out with their ear protection. Enjoying this one.
Yes, it is. Family day at the race.
Anyway, Stuart Friesen dominated this, so let's see if he can win the race off of pit road as well.
Saturday afternoon here in Georgia.
I think you made a good comment, good point, Phil, about Chastain and Nemechek coming from the rear. Didn't get all the way to the front, but I think if they'd have gotten maybe a little extra help on that bottom line, they might have been able to get all the way up.
Yeah, for sure. Ran some really fast laps.
I decided to also check, see when drivers have ever led every lap of every race. In the truck series, at least in 95, it happened at least twice, with Mike Skinner at Portland Speedway and into IRP. Of course, he was dominant that in the first year. Won 8 races.
The 23 of Grant Enfinger saying he was a little tight as well, but he said he never slid his tires like he did during practice, so he's happy as well. Jamie?
Matt Crafton already back out as the no tire stop for him, fuel only. They're treating this race just like Daytona. He's the only driver who's now racing all
right, I forget what I'm saying. Christian Eckes wins the race off of pit road, but they're not showing it on the scoring chyron for some stupid reason. So I'll wait until it all gets sorted out to determine the position for everyone.
Chassis adjustment to address any issues they're having.
Yeah, our leader, Stuart Friesen, only took right side tires.
Yep. Beautiful day. Just one-handed it. At least he's not texting while he's riding.
Tide Pods Ultra Oxy.
I'm glad we got Phil Parsons back. He's much better than both Vince Welch and Michael Waltrip. At least he doesn't sound constipated every damn lap. Chase Purdy and Brendan Poole to the back of the field for speeding. Also, looking at the specs for this race again. All series have the engines that they would use in super speedways. Trucks and Cups have the same horsepower, 510 to 520. All the Xfinity cars have a smaller spoiler with less drag, so it's 420 horsepower. But their aerodynamics package, as speedways for Cup with Xfinity trucks to distill the intermediate package. Anyway, the next stage will go to lap 60.
Friesen was the stage 1 winner. He was challenged there at the end, though, Mike.
Yeah, let me break this down for you, Vince. I just talked to my buddy Kurt Busch. He said, use a telestrator, Mike, and you can see right here, this gap between our leader, Stuart Friesen, and Grant Enfinger. That's on purpose. Watch. He backs up to the 19 truck right there of Derek Kraus, and watch what happens. Keep this in mind for later in the race. You see the gap growing. He gets the push from behind, and watch what Enfinger is able to do. He tightens this up a little bit, gets closer to that bumper of Kraus, and he makes this pass completely. Does drive all the way up beside Friesen to nearly win that stage. That's textbook laying off of a guy and getting that run
slingshot.
so you can be where you want to be when they come to the
yeah,
checker.
that's the
probably
slingshot.
learned a little bit of something that he might be able to use at the end of the race.
And I think those spotters on board up top, when I told you earlier, their eyes were wide open, seeing what all they see. They saw that move, and they'll relate that to their driver as well.
And one thing to remember here, too, guys, this, unlike Daytona Talladega, the choose rule was in effect here, so these guys have the opportunity to choose inside and outside.
Stuart Friesen, stage 1 winner, will start on the front row, along with Christian Eckes in that 98. Matt Crafton right behind in the 88. John Hunter Nemechek started at the rear.
All right, here we go. Pace cars off. Time for stage 2.
Stage 2 underway.
All 3 former Atlanta winners now in the top 10.
Matt Crafton with a nice start up on the tailgate of his teammate. Christian Eckes giving a push. That inside lane formed up though.
Yeah, John Hunter knows how to push Stuart Friesen right out to the lead. They both actually cleared Eckes.
Comes Ben Rhodes on the bottom.
So 3 ThorSport trucks right there with Rhodes, Eckes, and Crafton.
Yeah, Friesen made his way back up.
Excuse me, not Rhodes, but Jeske in the 66.
He's going to push you. Don't give him pop. Pushing you.
Yeah, Nemechek pushed Friesen. We got now a chain of 4 or 5 Toyotas. No, 5 Toyotas.
See that bottom line is forming up but not making any ground.
And that's what they're trying to do, is to make sure they don't allow that bottom line to get up beside them.
And you also heard Rick Corelli, the spotter for Stuart Friesen, saying don't give him the top. So you want to stay up. Friesen wants to stay up in that high line.
That appears to be the fast way around. Thus far in the race is the high side.
Oh, that was a tight squeeze there. Trying to get back up in that outside lane. We saw that prevail earlier, and the guys just be content to ride there for a bit.
Remember, these engines are restricted just like they are.
I'm going to point out that we have had no lead changes under green. The only lead changes we've had 2. Okay. Technically 2 lead changes. 1 under green, and that was on a restart.
As well. And there's Chandler Smith on the outside.
This is very much the style of racing we saw at the beginning of the race as well. Then in about midway through stage 1, it got a little more single file and then ramped back up again at the end of stage 1. So we'll see if it carries on the same characteristics here in this second stage.
Derek Kraus in that Napa truck, he's starting to pull that inside line ever so slightly forward. There's a beautiful look at Bill McAnally's Napa number 19.
And a great first stage for Derek Kraus as well.
You think we'll see a little bit more of that bottom line forming up as the drivers get a little more comfortable and familiar with?
You can see the problem there, Vince. Did you see how unstable the 19 was down on the bottom? It's just hard to get the grip you need to be aggressive down there. I think it's just depends on how well your truck's handling Ryan Preece is going to give you a whole bumper full. You better have a good handling truck if he's behind you.
I think Ryan was looking for a way to get by.
Derek Krause.
He might have been looking for a way to get out.
Derek Krause, yeah, pulled out. Now he's gonna follow the back of this lead pack.
Nervous, and he backs out of it.
I like that move, Vince. There's a lot of action that's going to be happening between now and the end of this race. And
I thought Krause got a little sideways now. Does he have a problem? What type of problem does he have?
right now,
You got to be around PM. Be around PM to see what happens.
Stuart Friesen continues to lead John Hunter Nemechek. We showed you earlier Haley Deegan out of the truck in that one machine as they were attending to that left rear issue that
burning rubber, toxic fumes
inside the truck. Jamie?
And I just watched as Haley was released from the infield care center after being examined, and she declined to talk. During that fire, she inhaled a lot of smoke, a lot of the chalk from the extinguisher, so she's recovering from that, but she was treated and released.
Thank you, Jamie. Tough break for Haley Deegan, who is
Thad Moffitt, Spencer Boyd, Jack Wood all lapped down.
The season, 17th at Daytona, accident at Las Vegas, ended her day early, and then this situation here today. Halfway through stage 2 at Atlanta, Friesen still out front.
Colby Hired there in the 91, keeping track with our leaders. In fact, Vince, if you're about in the first 30, you can see the leaders on the back. Look at this line of trucks that are. And one of them's in the wall.
Another car is in the truck in the wall. It is. I can't see what number it is.
That's the 9.
9 of Blaine Perkins. Remember, we had that amazing run at Talladega in the 23 last year in the Xfinity Series. And now see that, and that just sucks.
He was running 23rd. I talked about that long line of trucks in the lead draft. He was one of them. Up in turns 3 and 4. Got a little bit wide coming off.
Maybe squeezed a little bit by that truck on the inside.
Friesen's got to think that this has been a pretty good day so far, huh?
He's led so many damn laps.
Everybody's all uptight about this new racetrack.
What about Friesen? He started up front. He's first. What about John Hunter? He was last. Started out back, and he's second.
Led 43 of 47 laps, and how many of those not led? He's led every lap under green thus far. All the rest of the laps he didn't lead were under caution.
I think Nemechek is one of those guys that went with no tires to get that track position, and it's worked for him.
I need to update the top 10.
It's been Stuart Friesen's playhouse so far. It's a beautiful day, and we've got plenty more for you in the Camping World Truck
This
Series.
race is it's getting ridiculous.
Getting the incredible iPhone 13 without T-Mobile makes as much sense as playing hide and seek.
Ready or not, here I come!
In the desert.
I mean, this should be case one, so far. With no lead changes under green.
Than anyone. And now, when you switch, you can get
They went from trying to make light super speedway racing to full-on super speedway racing, and they failed at both. And they were finally getting the 1.5 mile down, with Homestead being great, the new package, Las Vegas and California being good, and now it's garbage. This is garbage. Because this is the same aerodynamic, it's got the same engine and horsepower as they would for Cup.
Let's go places.
Sunday, the NASCAR Cup Series heads east. Now, they look to break in the new track in Atlanta, where favorites Blaney, Larson, and Harvick look to reign supreme once again. Or will a new name steal the show? The Folds of Honor Quick Trip 500. Sunday at 2:30 Eastern on Fox.
Fr8.com has scoured the earth to find the most listings, and that means the most pet-friendly listings for pet-loving renters. So you might say that you brought more joy to more sweet, innocent, and adorable little creatures than any other site.
Stop it.
With the most listings, you'll most definitely find the most right place on Apartments.com. Watch out, Juice Box. Apartments.com, the most popular place to find a place. There he goes.
Welcome back to Atlanta Motor Speedway. Camping World Truck Series racing on FS1. Under caution because of an incident involving Blaine Perkins. Some trucks have taken the opportunity to come to pit road, including our race leader, Fr8.
Oh, wonderful.
Yeah, it was a debate on the radio whether or not to pit for the 52 team. They said we need to pit because we are in our window.
Well, what
They're
happened?
Gonna miss the stage points, but they felt it was important to pit. They're just getting topped off with fuel.
Well, what happened? Why are we under
That's a tough
caution?
call. I know why they debated it, because you stay out, you win the stage, you get the stage point, and he's been in great position. But this is a play to win the race. You see right behind him, Grant Enfinger. We talked about the struggle start to the 2020
Enfinger,
season.
okay.
They need a win. They are going to stay out at the end of the stage and here at the track position and hopefully hang on from there.
And the window Josh was talking about is the window to make it on one more stop. They cannot make it to the end of the race, but they can make it from here with one more pit stop.
Here's why we're under caution.
Yeah,
Ben
please
Rhodes
show
behind
us.
of Blaine Perkins. Ben Rhodes joined them as well, Ben. So those three players, or the 20, I'm sorry, the 20 of Matt
Mills.
There you can see Mills, and there's stuff flying everywhere from underneath that truck.
Flat
That's
tire.
a brake rotor more than likely, wouldn't you say, Phil?
Yeah, he came to pit road and changed tires. Obviously, that's not going to fix the brake rotor if that's what it was.
Perkins had a problem earlier, and now Mills, Matt DiBenedetto, Haley Deegan, also issues earlier in the race. Fox Corporation has helped raise more than $10.7 million for the American Red Cross to support their mission of providing aid and resources, including food, water, medical supplies, and housing support to people in Ukraine and those who have been forced to leave their homes. You can join Fox in supporting the Red Cross relief efforts. Donate by visiting redcross.org/FoxForward, or you can scan the QR code at the bottom of your screen. Got 8 laps left here in stage 2. What a beautiful day today here in Georgia. I mean, it was absolutely miserable yesterday. Rain, heavy rain and wind, lightning. I mean, it was... today is everything yesterday was not. And it is a gorgeous day today, and so thankful that Mother Nature cooperating for us today. Doubleheader, you've got the Xfinity race after us.
Hopefully that'll be better. At least they'll be. I don't actually know. I don't see how that could possibly be better.
Tomorrow, the weather's supposed to be great tomorrow as well.
Michael, I don't know about that call to bring him down pit road on this caution flag. Obviously, so far close to the end.
8
of the
to go to the
stage.
end of the stage.
We know that everyone else more than likely will stop at the end of the stage. Stewart from the lead, he only put fuel on in that pit stop. So
Yeah, this race is way too many. Hi, Carter Scheibe. Welcome to the stream. This race is too many commercials. You said they all do.
Sure, what the
they
strategy
gained.
play was. Yeah, exactly.
And could have lost 10 points toward making the playoffs. You never know how important one single point can be. He'd been in control of this race, and he just gave control away. Coming to the choose zone. You take the upper line or the lower line. It's your pick.
Looks like predominantly the outside. Obviously, you don't want to lose too many rows. You'll jump to the inside, but looks like most of the cars or trucks up front went towards the outside.
Tom Majeski was running in the 4th position. He elected to bounce up to the front row on the bottom. See Stuart Friesen taking the bottom. And once you get back here, you just try to get in the shortest line. And I love that, though, about the choose and the opportunity, as you said, Mike, Majeski going from 4th to basically restarting on the front row. May pay off, may not. But picked up a couple of spots right there.
Brennan Poole up in 19th.
25 miles an hour.
It seems to be. We talked about the guys up
And
front,
Finger,
about the
Nemechek, and
previous
Kraft.
winners in Atlanta who are having a pretty good day. Grant Enfinger
almost snagged at stage 1. John Hunter Nemechek's come from the back to the front. Matt Crafton up there as well. 2015 winner at Atlanta, running 3rd. More on John Hunter with Jamie.
And just
Thank you
in
for
on
whoever
the team
just
radio,
subscribed.
Spotter Tony Hirschman was telling him that you chose to go high and you've got better trucks behind you than the trucks that went low. So keep that confidence high, put your head down. They're thinking they're going to have 6 to go, but there's still some debris out on the racetrack, which is why we're not going back to green.
It's been an interesting start for Nemechek. Had a chance really to win both races,
of course,
Daytona and Las Vegas.
Every time he starts his engine, you got to think he's got a chance.
But I mean, it was right there on the final laps and ended up, 24th and 25th. His average running position is 3.7. His average finish position is 24th.
That's
24.5, which rounds up to 25th.
Get our the brakes to go our way, and we're going to win this championship.
And they will go his way.
Hey, next Sunday on FS1, Christian Pulisic and the U.S. men's national team take on Panama as the Stars and Stripes look to move one step closer to the World Cup. It's next Sunday on FS1 and the Fox Sports app. Get ready for this restart here in stage 2, and it's going to be a sprint to the finish.
This is going to be action-packed, too, because they're not just going to lay around in line now. They've got them doubled up, and everybody's goal is to get every spot they can get.
Here we go. Yep, we're going to be 5 to go when we go back to green.
To see how Stuart Friesen fares. Just outside the top 20, does he charge? I'm sure that's the only way he knows about racing is charging, so I'm sure he will, but see how this goes.
Nemechek starting on the outside, Ty Majeski on the inside. Their teammates are crisscrossed. Nemechek's teammate is on the inside of row 2, and Majeski's teammate is on the outside of row 2. When they come get the green flag, there will be 5 to go in stage 2.
Here we go, 5 to go in stage 2, as Vince Welch so conveniently said.
Vince, remember how at Yoda Atlanta, the bottom line could barely get going on the restarts. It was really difficult to get grip. I'm sure these Xfinity drivers and the Cup boys as well are
my screen is stuttering badly, which
from the
is
stop
annoying.
with the gas on the bottom. That will dictate some of their decisions on the choose rule.
Nemechek leading that outside line still. Majeski pulls up even. 4 laps.
Nemechek at the line.
Nemechek and Majeski side by side.
Okay, the fact that my screen keeps stuttering is super annoying.
Down the backstretch.
Looks like a pace lap there for the first several rows.
Look at this big push by Chandler Smith on the back of Majeski. That's going to get him the lead. And he's slipping up the hill. Here comes Smith to the bottom.
Smith to the bottom and going for the lead as he pushed Majeski up.
Chandler Smith. Yes, Chandler Smith with 3 to go.
Leading that lap.
Let's give a shout to Tyler Anker.
Finally, we're having some action at the front, but it took fucking forever to get here.
Chandler Smith. Good to see him running up front.
Tanner Gray up there on the outside, right behind Matt Crafton. He's done a nice job of getting in contention.
Now Majeski has gone back with that high line to the lead.
Wow, they're running right out next to the fence. I don't think anybody saw this coming after the test sessions we had back during the winter, but these boys
Majeski finally pulls ahead.
2 laps left.
2 to go.
Majeski still out front, getting a little help from Nemechek. Chandler Smith leading on the inside.
41 of Ross Chastain, a flat tire in the middle of the track. It's going super slow. How many trucks have gotten a flat tire here? A fuck ton. Nemechek down to the bottom, trying to make the move to make the pass. He's not clear yet. He's going to be side by side with Majeski. White flag. 1 more to go in stage 2.
This is exciting.
No, it's not. Oh, bad decision. Oh, could there be a crash? Not yet. We have a caution anyway. Why?
So close.
And the caution is out with John Hunter.
For what?
Leading, and it will be John Hunter
For what?
stage 2.
Chastain made it down to the bottom.
Comes out
Nemechek wins the stage. Oh, but fucking hell. Alright, top 10. Nemechek to win. Then Majeski, Christian Eckes, Chandler Smith, Matt Crafton, Tyler Ankrum, Dean Thompson, Tanner Gray, Carson Safar, and Ryan Preece. Yeah, the 41. This race has been fucking boring thus far.
Third stage win this season. Can he capitalize and make it a race win?
So while I'm here, I'm going to play some F-Zero X that just came out on the Nintendo Switch Online Nintendo 64 emulator. I had a lot of fun just ripping around tracks with it. Wish they had included the expansion pack tracks, but remember they do, and I'm just an idiot. Oh, we're back.
A lot of guys, Vince, have had some trouble getting into the outside wall and flat tires. A lot of action in our first two stages. The end of that first one was so cool to see Grant Enfinger try to figure out a way around Stuart Friesen. And then John Hunter Nemechek taking control late in the second stage.
And we may have seen the same thing at the end of that second stage had the caution not come out on that last lap.
Well, and with the second stage complete, we're getting ready for pit stops here at the end of this second stage, and then the teams will need to pit again prior to the end of the race. Can't go from here to the distance.
Well, that's certainly what we're thinking anyway. Now, these teams will get better fuel mileage than they typically would on a mile and a half because of the restrictor plate engine. They'll get similar fuel mileage to what they would at Daytona.
What about that blue truck, Phil? Dean Thompson.
I think he's done a great job.
I mean, he's in there mixing it up. We haven't heard a lot about him in the series so far, getting his first few starts and being able to perform at this level. Just make a note, Dean Thompson's doing something
just outside the top 10 last time out at Vegas.
There's that young man from Anaheim, California. Here they come to pit road, Josh.
It's been an eventful day for Ty Majeski in the 66. Had to go to the back of the field at the start of the race. He's worked his way up to second. Happy with his truck right now. They're getting some tires. Jamie?
Well, for Chandler Smith, he took the blame for falling back to third to not get those stage points, but he said, I shouldn't have raced him that tight. They asked him, do you need anything on this truck? It looks like you can put it anywhere you want to. He said, I don't need a single change. He is super happy with that, as is John Hunter Nemechek. Eric Phillips said he's not even going to make an air pressure adjustment with this new set of tires. Everything is working just as they needed to. He's got the drive off. The only thing John Hunter needed was some water.
I think a lot of decisions here to change 4 tires, and I think that's probably the last time these drivers and teams will elect to change 4 tires.
That's why when Stuart Friesen came to pit road, I just really didn't get it. I want my 4 tires. It's a long way to go to the checkered flag. The final stage just ahead. Who's going to be celebrating today at Atlanta?
Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, a razor designed to give you a quick and easy shave. It combines shaving and gentle exfoliation into one efficient stroke. The bar in the handle removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades, giving you a shave as quick and easy as washing your face, so you can look like you put in an effort, effortlessly. Gillette, the best a man can get.
Your team is on a streak. A losing one. You need to scout some new career prospects.
I need Indeed. Indeed you do.
Anyway, while we're doing this, let me update the top 10. Friesen back with the lead, it looks like. Holy crap. My car blew up as soon as I crossed the start-finish line. I'm gonna pick a different car, though. Restart this Grand Prix. We're back.
2, as we take a quick look at the Blue Emu race summary.
It's been a good one, Vince.
How about that 9 different lead changes already?
More than last year, is that right, Vince?
Yep.
Already, as you said.
Yeah.
Stuart Friesen has led far and away the most laps at 48, and he will restart on the front row. On the outside, And that's Grant Infinger in the yellow truck
Here we
on
go.
the inside. Looked like Infinger struggled to get rolling.
But now he's rolling. You can see pulling up.
Remember, older tires on Friesen and Infinger because they stopped back on lap number 51.
Rhodes
Half the race done. The other half now starting.
We talked here in the break, Phil. We're not in love with this strategy. We'll see if they can make it work. Big run down the bottom for Infinger.
Infinger and Friesen.
Corey Heim in the 51. First time we've called his name up front, but he's no stranger to getting to the front when he gets a chance.
And Infinger.
Kyle Busch's trucks.
But here comes Friesen on the inside. No, Infinger blocks. Infinger to the lead.
Chandler Smith, and now you see Heim up there leading that inside line.
Got a truck caught in the middle there. That's the 30 of Tate Fogelman.
That's a snarling pack, isn't it? 2 and 3 wide.
Fogelman wants to be anywhere but there, doesn't he? Give me the top, give me the bottom, anywhere but in the middle.
Oh, we got a crash. Lawless Allen.
Looked like Lawless
Spun down, but another car is scraping the wall. The 40 of Dean Thompson, teammates, and Jack Wood, who is already several laps down. And Christian Eckes has some damage as well.
Contact as well.
Jack Wood gets into an accident. Achievement unlocked. Wonderful.
Tough break for Eckes. He has had plenty of laps inside the top 5. In fact, has led a few today.
Yeah, Jack Wood is already 3 laps down.
Ross is the first truck not on the lead lap, so he will get the free pass.
Got a perfect shot of a girl sneezing.
Chastain had a tire problem early in the race to fall.
Colby Howard also on pit road was damaged.
The crew trying to do something to enable
bad damage to the 40.
And there's Dean Thompson. You guys just talked about what a good day he had been having.
Shut it down, shut it off. It's leaking oil now.
He's done. The 40's done.
Into what happened here. 3 wide. Thompson's on the bottom. Does he get loose down there?
Yeah, 40. Yeah, he hit Eckes. The 45 slant into him.
Lawless Allen also came along. Ooh, Matt Crafton narrowly avoided.
And the 24 spins, trying to dodge. God,
Wood may have checked
he
up
sucks.
and gotten hit from behind.
You see there, Phil, he lost the nose at first. The nose went up off the white line, and then by trying to correct it and pull it down, he lost the back end then. So,
like Jack got, Zane ran in the back of Jack Wood as they were trying to slow down.
watch him right on the white line, and then it starts to slip up and bam. That's just experience on these big, fast 1.5 miles. It doesn't matter. We're talking Atlanta here, Vegas, Texas. You run these kind of speeds, the air is just different than a short track racer has ever felt.
Well, Matt Crafton narrowly missing this one.
You're just 2 wide with 3. 22 is going to hang with you, whatever you do. Easy, 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 easy. Stay low, stay low. Come middle, come middle, come middle. Watch your inside.
What about the vet? What about the vet Crafton? Threw it up in 3rd gear just in case he needed to gun it and get out of there, and that's exactly what he needed to do. That was a great move and great onboard audio and video from that truck.
Jason Hedleski, the spotter for Crafton.
Used to be a driver himself back in the early days.
Hey, there you go. Eat you a bunch of cotton candy before you get on that. It's kind of similar to the ride we're seeing out there for some of these guys. Stage 3 at Atlanta.
Gillette introduces the all-new Gillette Labs with exfoliating bar, a razor designed to give you a quick and easy shave. The bar in the handle removes unseen dirt and debris that gets in the way of the blades, giving you a shave as quick and easy as washing your face.
Right now we're going to be under caution again, so I'm gonna go back to F-Zero X and try something different. I'm gonna try and clear a Grand Prix. An expert. Using the number 1 Red Gazelle, piloted by Mighty Gazelle. Okay. Problem I always have is I end up drifting through a corner, and that slows me down. It's a weaker body, but because these cars can explode. But it has some of the best boosting abilities in the game. I just gotta remember where I need to slow down my turning. That way I don't lose it. It looks like that might not have been a smart idea. Because no other car got off the throttle. I just wish I knew how to stabilize the damn car without losing momentum. And again, my car lacks some grip, I think. Which is another problem. I literally just smacked the wall in 3 places. I wonder why I suck so badly. Anyway, we're back. Hold on a minute. I need to fill out this lap. I need to try something different.
Actually fall his way here.
Well, obviously, he's very talented.
Yeah.
He's able to find his way to the front. We saw that at Darlington last year, an amazing run for that young man. And now, it's not just coincidence that he finds his way to front here at Atlanta with the experience he has in ARCA and the success.
We'll see him a lot in this 51 truck for KBM this year. We'll see Kyle back, I think, next week. Kyle's back, right, at Coda.
Yep. How fun's Coda? I love going down there for the races. A lot of energy and excitement around Austin for NASCAR to come to town.
Good look at Zane Smith.
I think Zane got in the back of Jack Wood, and that's what turned Jack around. Let's see if we can watch. That's Jack right in front of him, the truck month Chevy.
This happens so fast, doesn't it, Phil? You're running 170 miles an hour down in that corner. Got to make some quick decisions.
Yeah, I didn't notice Zane Smith sustained damage.
To the 38.
Wonder if that'll make that truck a little bit less value at the auction. That was awesome. That
Wall trip, you cannot auction.
You know, we're getting down to it now. We have 62 laps to go. We talked about the fuel window being somewhere between 55 and 60. I have to believe that maybe when we get wanting to go, that some of these guys
see some takers.
I think we're going to see some takers, especially some of the guys maybe not up in the top 10. We saw a few guys come. Ryan Preece was one of those guys that is pitted on this caution flag. Will we see him come back in maybe and top off?
Look at the numbers on Austin Wayne Self, running it inside the top 15 right now, 15th. They're going to expand to a 2-truck team for some races this season.
What?
The first of which will be
Coda.
Next week at Coda.
For who?
Run 6 to 10 second truck.
I didn't know they were up. Why are they upscale? They suck.
They're doing some good things.
Not exactly suck, but they're not exactly top tier.
Top 15 finishes, 9th and 13th.
I mean, yeah, they've gotten close to the top 10, but in points, they're not up there. Why?
And growing.
Hey, we mentioned COTA next week, Circuit of the Americas, Austin, Texas. Oh, we have some fun there, don't we? What a beautiful facility. Be turning left and right and mashing the pedal down. Last year we did it in the rain, but I understand the forecast is for sunshine and warm temperatures. So, Tyler Ankrum at 16. We're looking forward to going back to
finished third last year there. One of his better finishes of the year. So, good road racing.
Steady performance here, too. Been able to stay right up front.
The 38 truck that Zane Smith is driving. Of course, the 38 team won that race with Todd Gilliland behind the wheel last year.
What an outstanding job Todd did. Obviously had to.
Did. Fantastic season. Hi, Jake Emerson. Welcome to the stream. Sorry I didn't notice you before. Hope you're doing well. How's it going, my man?
You guys just throw tape on there. You know it's not going to stay, but that thing's patched perfectly. I don't see why he can't run back up toward the front.
And again, he has as much fuel as anybody in the field right now.
You mentioned Ryan Preece hitting and topping off. I think he's going to have to restart in the rear, though. We'll see if that's the case. You talked about fuel. That's why there's no noise there.
That's why it's quiet.
Zane fired her up and then shut her down just once he got rolling, saving all the gas he can.
Grant Enfinger restarting on the outside.
Pit truck pulling off. Enfinger and Rhodes, excuse me, leading the field back to green. We're going to have 60 laps to go.
60 to go.
Stuart gave up that second position, Vince, and got on the outside with his buddy.
Good push for the ThorSport teammates on the bottom with a Toyota behind them as well. Chandler Smith, last week's winner.
Todd Majeski pushing Ben Rhodes. In the 66 truck.
Too wide deep into the pack and too wide at the front. Enfinger and Rhodes side by side for the lead. Final stage in Atlanta. Enfinger getting a little push from Friesen. Friesen won stage 1. Corey Heim right behind them in third. And that 51 truck.
And there's Carson Hocevar up in the top 5.
Remember, he was in the top 5 early, backed out of it. Obviously, they worked on that truck. Phil Gould and the boys got him hooked up now.
He just always seems to wind up.
Can I change the view? No, sir. I do not want to get copyright strikes. Because those are bad for channels. Typically, it leads to them getting taken down. Plus, my computer really can't handle streaming via OBS. I've tried. It stuttered. And it was before... Like, even just having it in the browser on OBS made it suck. That was without me streaming it. So,
already picked up 7 positions, now make it 8 or 9 since the drop of the green flag on the restart.
Oh, Hocevar, tire rub. You see smoke coming from the left rear. Oh my God, yeah, he made it up to 9th.
Down the track earlier today, they had to make repairs, and now he's running really well, just ahead of Preece in the 17.
We know how good Jordan is on the super speedways. He has 2 runner-up finishes at Daytona.
I just have a hard time saying this is a Daytona Talladega, as difficult as it looks. I know the draft is there, but man.
We're finally starting to see something that's comparable to a decent race.
Enfinger still leading the way, and there's Tate Fogelman going around.
Tate Fogelman spins in the 30. And here we go again.
Not letting that truck go back across the racetrack towards the outside wall.
Running 15th at the time.
Now everybody's in their window.
Free pass will go to Christian Eckes, who's 2 laps down.
We're done pitting.
But some people might not pit at all, Phil, because they.
Now we just wait again. Now we got under caution.
So we could see some strategy played out here that could really affect what the front of this field looks like.
Yeah, I wonder if those that have already pitted and gassed up, if they're, it got to be very, very close. I mean, do you take that chance, or do you go ahead and pit now as everybody is expected to.
Well, I will tell you, as we've seen already, the more laps that go by, the more caution.
Oh, and there's still a piece of debris lying around.
If I'm even anywhere close to making it right now, even if I can't make it right now,
I cannot change the view. I just said this.
We're going to try to plan on some more cautions.
What a break for Carson Hocevar. We saw that tire rub.
I'm not in the mood to get copyright. I've had one copyright strike on this channel before. I'm not in the mood to get a second one.
To that left rear quarter panel. Put us some fresh tires on. There he is right there. He pitted early, so he will have to restart from the tail end of the longest line, but that's a minor price to pay.
Yeah, his truck's not wrecked or multiple laps down from having to come in under green. Jordan Anderson
caught in the middle
with a handful too.
As he tried to crowd down.
My computer can't handle it, and I don't want a copyright strike. NASCAR doesn't take kindly to people streaming the race while it's going on, and which, frankly, I would understand that as well.
Fortunate for Fogelman though that he didn't hit anything.
Like,
he did a really good job here. Watch when he
dude, no, for the last time, I can't.
Wheels were turned to the right, and then he turned them back to the left.
I don't want my channel shut down.
All these trucks coming too.
If you want to watch the like either get Fox like I do, or like watch Twitch until one of their channels will get taken down because of copyright problems. This is not hard to understand.
Didn't get any tires,
This is about the best thing you'll get. Race audio.
You better hang on, buddy. It's going to be a rough ride.
And Infinger ran over equipment.
Where's my mod when I need him?
And now so they're going to go ahead and just
But yeah, bro, one subscription is not worth losing the channel.
Disastrous pit stop for Infinger.
Besides, I have other content besides this.
Yes, most everybody I saw just
So
Infinger was getting 2, and then trouble happened.
He's going to give up all that track position he had.
yeah, I can compromise. When it gets down to the end of the race, I will switch my iPad on because I have Fox on that as well, and I will flip the screen. I'll pray I won't get anything like that, but it's not. Dude, shut up. It's not worth that much, and you know it. Would you do it?
With 1 lap to go, and he stays out as well. There's Zane.
You know, and if you're going to gamble, I mean, Ryan Preece, why not? I mean, he's running a part-time schedule. He's not running for points for the championship. Going to run, what, 6-7 starts this season? So might as well roll the dice.
Won his first start ever in a truck.
Yep, Nashville last year.
You know, sometimes it's a battle out on track, and sometimes.
Well, bro, that's just stupid.
Chandler Smith and Stuart Friesen, the 18 and the 52 here.
That's Friesen, the blue truck. I think it's like.
Oh my God! Please stop asking me, please. It's not gonna happen.
Contact, lost a couple of spots though. And remember, he doesn't have new tires. Put those tires on a while back.
Look, I'm playing it on my computer.
That I visited with during the course of the race.
I'm an old race car driver, Vince. I need tires.
Sometimes we just change it because that's how we used to do it.
Haley last. She unfortunately, hi Christopher Carnan. Yeah, she had a tire problem right around the start of the race. It kept getting worse. She kept pitting and pitting. Then the left rear burst into flames. She inhaled a lot of smoke and she had to get out of the truck. She's in last, about way too many laps down. It sucks, but that's what happened. Okay. Also, thank you to whoever subscribed. We hit 510, which is always wonderful. But you're starting to drive me nuts, dude. Yeah, that's just the way it goes with Haley Deegan. Every fucking time there's some race. Oh my God. No Chevys in the front row, in the top 10 right now. Let me change that up.
Having that kind of conversation, that kind of honesty.
Coming to the choose.
I stream every race that I can possibly do. Sometimes, like, I'm on vacation, so I can't, because then I have to. My mom, dad, and sister to worry about. Sometimes, like, once slept through one of the races, which was last year's Xfinity Phoenix race, the spring one. But apart from that, I try to stream everything. I want to do as many F1 races as well, even if it means waking up at 3 in the fucking morning, because I just hate myself that way.
Such a disadvantage to restart on the bottom here, spinning your tires, but it looks like you can launch well.
Wait, alright, hold on. 1, 38, 18, 99, 52, 4, 41. How about Ross Chastain now back in the top 10, and Jordan Anderson still sticking there?
The year he had in ARCA last year just went toe-to-toe with
Yeah, you know what? It's fine. Yeah.
I don't think...
Yeah, don't feel sorry for me, bro. That's just like... that's just life, you know? Also, hi, Thomas Metters. And thank you. Thank you. Also, we hit 510, so sub goal reached. I also hit... man, good day so far. Hit 510. Community post finally unlocked. I turned 21. Not a bad day, all things considered. So, you know what? The Truck Series is the one. Favorite Cup driver, Chase Elliott. And I don't really get into the scuffles with other fans, because I don't... The toxic fans are stupid. Like I like Elliott, but I don't dislike Hamlin fans or whatever, because I can respect other people's opinions. Alright, we're green once more. Priest and Heim at the front. Corey Heim might be in position to win his first ever race. He's in position. He got in front of his teammate Chandler Smith. Thank you, Thomas Metters. I appreciate it. Corey Heim to the lead. His first lap's led, I think. Maybe he led at Darlington last year. I'm not quite sure. But it's been very hard for people to pass the leader on this race during a green flag stint. But Stuart Friesen's coming up on the inside. He's got a good run going at the line. It's going to be Heim. But Friesen is definitely getting back up there. He led all of stage 1 today. You're a Harvick fan? You know, one of my people I met at my dorm, he's also a Harvick fan. So, I'm sorry about Bristol, right? But like, I'm sorry about all that stupidity that happened last year. It might have been kind of funny, but we move on. You like Crafton? Crafton is back in the 16th position, unfortunately. Anyway. Okay, bro, if you don't stop, I'm gonna have to mute you for a bit at least, and then if that keeps going on, I'm gonna have to take more other action. Chase Purdy in the top 10. What kind of madness is this? Oh my God! Wait, that's no way. 4, 5, 6. All right, hold on a minute. Now I gotta change this again.
Today. Good look at the crew chief, Marty Lindley. How about taking a lap around with the spotter, Derek Nealon, in that 51?
Friesen has fallen back, but now it's train racing. Da 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 da. Okay. Okay. Let's. Thank you. Okay. Okay. I'm timing you out for 5 minutes.
Derek would be a lot busier if that bottom line was up anywhere near the front.
I just like that information, keeping that young man abreast of what's happening back there. You can see the truck behind you, but after
it's my pleasure. I like watching people because I like seeing how what other people think of other drivers. It's more fun doing this with other people than doing it alone, because that was what I started with when I was doing just reactions. It was ended up just me recording stuff alone, and so it's more fun and more engaging for me to do this with people. So I'll be here as well for the Xfinity race, although my attention will probably be kind of split because I'm also doing a little Mario Kart event with some of my friends at the same time because of the new tracks. Oh! Okay, they're focusing on Tanner Gray, who's fallen back to the 19th position, which is a shame. He was running so well earlier. Oh, we got a crash. Tate Fogelman and Jordan Anderson. Oh, man. Jordan Anderson, the fan favorite for restrictor plate racing. Oh, don't say your name. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I won't say your name. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Anyway, well, that stinks.
He's done. Yeah, a lot of damage to Tate's truck.
So 45 to go. Anticipate seeing Fogelman head to the garage.
We got 44 to go, and now we're just waiting. Wonderful.
But didn't see any significant left side damage.
You know, we were talking about how smart Corey Heim was, having Ryan Priest behind him, Ryan staying in line. All that's out the window. Now we're going to have another choose, and we'll have some spots swapped up.
All right, let's see what the top 10 is. The only time anyone has been able to pass the fucking leader has been on a restart, which frankly I think makes this race an automatic fail. They failed the essence of plate racing. 5, 6, 7, 8.
Lost speed. Does it get everyone else to bunch up? Take a look. There's Gray in that black 15.
Screen, just a little bit of a scrub there.
And there you see the 30 truck on the bottom as Gray continues to scrape along the wall, and he comes down the track, and I'm sure the 30 gets.
There's Jordan Anderson, the 3, and the 30 of Tate Fogelman.
Oh no, the car got into him. The Tanner Gray crashed the 3.
Yeah, or maybe even the next lap, right?
Great, Tanner, don't be like your fucking brother.
His momentum was slowing down. Jordan thought he had him cleared.
I think. Let's see this again. Nah, okay, well, maybe it's just a racing deal.
The 3 collects the 30 in the process.
Yeah, the 33 thought he was clear, he wasn't, and he came down on the 15.
You know, in that part of the racetrack for Tanner Gray, he had no idea Jordan Anderson was going to come up. He just, he thought he would hold his line. When he did, it was too late to do anything about it.
That rear end really slapped the wall for Tate Fogelman. It was a harder hit than it looked initially.
A couple of Cup guys just walked into our booth, Benz. Brad Keselowski, Joey Logano, their eyes were big as saucers. Looking out at the
oh yeah, they might be part of, I'm assuming, are they part of the Atlanta Xfinity booth? Logano has been there for most of the races thus far.
Just over 40 to go. We go to break here from Atlanta. You won't miss a thing. Going to keep it side by side.
Why? Why are you going side by side now? We're under caution. Why? There's no point. What? What? Are we gonna just gaze at the wall? Oh, rip the. Oh, no! I don't like the new Atlanta. Great.
So without the science, I don't think he might have ever been caught.
This is so stupid. Why go side by side during a caution? We're not gonna miss any. We're not gonna see anything. Okay. Sorry for ranting. And yes, rip the DGR hauler driver. But god damn.
Celebration. In NASCAR, that journey starts here. I am the NASCAR Camping World Truck Series. I am NASCAR.
I am NASCAR.
As a struggling actor, I need all the
breaks I can get.
get.
At Liberty Buchema. Line.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Cut.
Liberty.
Am I
I'm allowed to riff.
What if
I'm
I
not
come
coming out of the water. Liberty Bibberty. We'll dub it.
Liberty Mutual customizes your car insurance so you only pay for what you need.
Only pay for what you need. I was about to win a race and I went off the track. Oh well. Yeah, me neither. You don't like the Atlanta. You don't like Atlanta either. They should have just. No, they shouldn't have put restrictor plates in the car. They shouldn't have reconfigured it so horrendously. They don't use restrictor plates anymore. They have the tapered spacer, but it's so much to ask that they just not fuck up tracks. Well, so far, I say the experiment is a failure. It's like I said before. The only time anyone has been able to pass has been at the right after a restart, at least for the lead. Other than that, zilch.
Getting ready for a restart here with 41 to go at Atlanta Motor Speedway. Under caution for some contact between Jordan Anderson and Tate Fogelman. Tanner Gray got a little clip as well. It'll be an exciting dash to the finish, although...
Dash! There's a third of the race to go! That's not a dash!
I think the race really has been a lot cleaner than a lot of people were
They put restricted...
up to this point.
No. No. Wait. I hope you're joking about that. Oh, please tell me that was a...
Let's take that top 10. Who's impressed you so far? Who do you like?
Oh, man. Corey Heim has been the surprise, I would say. Not that we didn't think he had the ability to do this. It's just to go out and perform on this stage under this kind of pressure. Needs to be my pick in the top 10.
I like Chandler Smith, the job he's done, but he had a...
They don't, like I said, they don't use restrictor plates.
Danny Stockman just a few moments ago.
Work together, long laps, into the end, and then race it out.
I don't...
afford to lose track position. But I literally just got hung by my teammate for the caution came out. That's what it's going to take to win
I don't look at Facebook, and why would...
Like I said, come up with a new plan. That one's not going to work. Simple as that.
And what Chandler's talking about is on the restart, he was given a push down the back straightaway here to Corey Heim. And as they get down the back with the push together, Heim goes up and gets in front of the outside lane and leaves Smith behind. And that's what that young man was upset about. He said he got shoved.
There's nothing on the NASCAR Facebook page that says anything about restrictor plates at Charlotte. They used restrictor plates during the 2018 All-Star races at Charlotte. Oh yeah, also Emerson, now you are unmuted.
Dissipating somewhat, and he saw the trucks on the outside running fast, and he knew the outside. That could have been as much on his spotter as it was Corey Heim. His spotter might have said, get up, get up. And if that's the case, you know, team orders sometimes have the best intentions, but they don't always play out like you hope they would.
Again, we talked about...
Oh, great. Here we go again. Look, there's nothing. I see nothing.
But it doesn't always work out that
well, I'm going to look up Charlotte restrictor plate, and that was from 3 years ago. Yeah, okay, yeah, a fake NASCAR. Yeah, bro. That's what I would assume. Always look for that check mark. And I cannot change the view. Do you really want to see it going at 5 frames a second?
Usually when you're a young racer, having an opportunity to drive for Kyle Busch and the experience of Derek kneeling on the spotter stand, you're going to do what Derek says.
Well, the outside lane has been the preferred lane. See if Corey Heim continues that tradition.
I think he's going to the outside. Is Ryan Fr8 going to follow him to the outside?
I think so. I think they both line up out there. They were doing pretty well like it was going.
Look, I can compromise by showing the last 10 or 20 laps on my iPad. I haven't gotten bopped for that, so I'm hoping that that'll help.
Heim, Rhodes, Fr8, Chastain, Smith, Kraus.
Chastain starting near the front now.
Here's what's unfolded so far today. Lap 2.
And he's in 4th.
Into the wall on the right side, and boy, it's been a long day for him. He's now 12 laps down. How about Haley Deegan gathering it up when got little assistance from Colby Howard, ended up cutting the tire, and you see the ultimate damage from that.
Okay. All right, Christopher Carnahan.
John Hunter Nemechek scored the stage 2 victory.
Oh, Dean Thompson gets a little bit loose, gets up in to 98 of Christian Eckes.
Caught up Lawless Allen in the process.
Jack Wood also got a piece of that, and then Grant Enfinger on pit road was going to go change 2 tires. They dropped the jack, but his front tire changer was not done.
And there you see Tanner Gray, Jordan Anderson, and Tate Fogelman with contact. Fogelman getting the worst of it.
Go get that Baja Blast. All right, pace track coming off once again we're gonna have 38 laps to go, restarting on lap 98 of 135.
Along with Ben Rhodes.
Okay, you go.
38 to go at Atlanta.
Big push by Ty Majeski on the back of Ben Rhodes.
Leader is Heim right now. Ben Rhodes to the lead.
Now will they flare up and take the high side? I think that's where Ben Rhodes is going.
Well done by the Power Sport guys.
Ben Rhodes.
Those two got together in our last race coming off turn 4 in Vegas. Now they're best friends because they need each other desperately.
Are you insinuating there may have been a little hard feeling between the two after that?
It was a bit touch and go, it looked like.
All good now? All good?
Right now, it is.
As they run 1-2.
Yeah.
Okay, I can't.
Heim in that third spot with Ryan Preece fourth, Zane Smith fifth.
No, you already went to timeout. Say this one more time, and I'm gonna block you. Oh, flat tire on a truck. Is it the 44 of Chris Wright? Yes, it is.
Just log some laps. See if we can put that bottom lane in our rearview mirror. The 99 of Ben Rhodes was fourth before the
I'm also looking at Chris Hacker, who's up in 17th for the Rayum brothers. I call him Twitter's favorite NASCAR driver.
Well done, guys.
There's the contact for Chris right off turn 2.
Oh, for crying out loud. Wait like 20 laps and I'll turn on my iPad. Please. You're driving me up the wall. Chris Wright now scraping the wall. And we have another caution.
I should have been his spotter.
Oh, wonderful.
Can't run into the wall that hard, have that much smoke, and have a tire not go down.
You know, yeah, you know what? Blocked. You had a timeout. Now you're going to be blocked. I'll unblock with 15 to go. No. Oh, Thad Moffitt as well? Or is it just Thad Moffitt and not Chris Wright that brought out the caution? No, that's Chris Wright. But where did Thad? I see Thad Moffitt was down on the apron, I think, as well. I blocked him. You can block him too if you want. I gave him the chance. Wait a minute. I didn't block him.
Don't go anywhere. We're gonna make a fun day of it yet. About 30 to go here in Atlanta.
You know, what I'm gonna do is give him a second timeout. Actually, there we go. And if you don't, so if you do this again, I'm gonna hide you so no one can see what the heck you say. Because at this point, it's getting ridiculous. Usually people move on. You haven't. Anyway, under commercials, so I'm gonna go back to playing F-Zero X. Fuck, my car just blew up. Oh, fuck. Oops. Dale, Jeff, or Jeff, all the way. Jeff, thank you. Yeah. Jeff Gordon is my favorite driver of all time. In fact, right here I have his 2004 Brickyard 400 winning diecast car. God, I love that. I love the flames. It's like only 250 or so that one was ever made, so I'm glad I have one of them. It's a 1 in 24, which makes me even happier. You have that one too? Nice. I have two other diecasts actually. While we're here, I have the Chase Elliott Championship diecast, complete with signature. So he's my favorite current driver, so I'm glad I have that. And I also have my hometown driver. I live in Huntington, which is right by East Northport. So of course I have Steve Park's winning. So this is the Steve Park 2001 diecast. I'm going to Charlotte, so I'm hoping to buy a few more awesome ones.
Company talking it over why it didn't work up top.
Yeah, 10-4. Trying to do anything different there or no? Trying to keep the more with you, like launch slower, if that makes sense. Yeah, I got you. He got kind of a bad launch when I was side by side with him for the lead right there 2 restarts ago, so I was kind of worried about that, but it's all good.
A slower launch. That's what these professional race car drivers do. If you just mat the gas, that's not good enough. I mean, you got to get it down when it's time to go, but you also want to time it to where the guy behind you can be.
You have a whole case full of Jeff Gordon. Okay, yeah, man, my man. That's what I like. He's my favorite driver of all time. I have mad respect, bro.
What happens in the second row is so important. Who inevitably gets the lead.
And you know, one thing that means, Phil, is when you finally do punch it wide open, you almost want to feel him hitting your tailgate, getting you bounced and going.
Well, it's been a little bit of an inconsistent second half of the race. We had, what, 1 caution the first 50 laps? We've had 6 cautions since then. So just about the time we get going, we end up having another caution. So they haven't really gotten into a rhythm yet. And we get the feeling that here over the course of this next 30 laps, if they get lined up and get going, we're going to see some fantastic racing to the finish.
That bottom lane is going to have to really get organized, though, because it appears that when these trucks are winding around the middle of the racetrack towards the top.
Yeah, and Kevin Harvick, he said he's your favorite driver.
So they're going to have to get really organized.
Well, as we run out of laps, I'm guessing they're going to get organized.
They're going to get organized. They may not wait to get organized. What do you take, Michael, on this restart? Your Ben Rhodes, Ty Majeski. I think whichever lane they take, they're going to be together.
They're going together, and I would go to the bottom. I just like what I've seen from the launch. But we're not going to figure it out this time because we're going to have to make another lap.
We're going to restart with 30 laps to go.
Their safety crew down in 1 and 2. So final sweep of the track, and
it's been fun to watch some of these, some of the newer names to the Camping World Truck Series. Tanner Gray's been around a couple of years, but certainly hasn't been putting top 5s together like he has through the first couple of races. Matt DiBenedetto down from the Cup Series. Great to have Matt with us. It's been a tough day for him today. Ty Majeski ran part-time last year, but has really been a bright spot early on.
And right there today in the second spot to his teammate Ben Rhodes. There's Ty right there in the 66 truck.
As much as we're wanting these
Brandon Brown, alrighty.
Click off these drivers with every caution flag.
Frank, he has the worst luck with sponsors. Like the one he has, Zero FG Energy, it looks the same as Rich Energy, which was a sponsor for Haas F1, and then they did some shenanigans, and they ended up going to court. So I don't have a ton of faith in that sponsorship, which just sucks because, man.
He's done a nice job parlaying that last place start back up here and towards the front.
How about Derek Kraus?
On the bottom, if you've got a good pusher, you can make it work. But I just way far behind me. I could be wrong, but that's what it feels like from in here.
It's like we're almost too fast on the bottom. Most of them can't run with you through the middle of the corner, so it builds a gap.
Well, we're going to get a chance to see a replay.
That's not possible. They didn't even race in the same era.
Went to the bottom, and Ben Rhodes, Majeski to the top in those Thor Sport trucks. That's Ryan Priest down there. I think Priest took the outside. So when you see the running order here on the scoring pylon, that's prior to the choose. These guys have mixed that all up, and you can see on the bottom front row, there's the KBM trucks, and there's the Thor Sports on the out.
And that's Chandler Smith right now lined up inside second row, and he's the one we were listening to talking about how his teammate Corey Heim hung him out to dry 2 restarts ago. They need to work together. Those Thor Sport trucks are strong on the outside. Well, and remember, Ben Rhodes is the control truck on this restart.
And that's when Chandler Smith has to be a little bit patient to make sure he doesn't try to shove Corey Heim out ahead of when he takes off, as according to Ben being the control truck. Control truck means you start the race. You got to gun it first.
Corey Heim on the inside, Ben Rhodes on the outside, each with a teammate behind them. 29 to go when they take the green flag. Racing again at Atlanta.
I did not see that. Anyway, here we go. We're back to green with 30 or 29 to go. The 29 to go. Corey Heim getting pushed by Chandler Smith out to the lead. They're on the inside. The ThorSport tandem is on the outside.
Momentum on the outside is evening things up.
Ben Rhodes and Majeski versus Heim and C. Smith. Who's going to prevail coming to the line? Whoever clears who is going to take the lead and probably the race. It's Ben Rhodes at the line. Who's going to get back to their partner first, help them take back the lead. Majeski back to the 99, but can't stay with him. 18 able to get back there better. And Corey Heim, it looks like, will clear for the lead. But no, that ThorSport tandem is strong. It's hard to tell from the angle that we're at. Yeah, the 99 is clear, looks like. Okay, they're still going to be side by side. No, Heim clears Rhodes. Corey Heim to the lead.
He does indeed. Chandler Smith now leading that outside line.
I know how much that.
I don't know if I've ever mentioned this. I don't really particularly care for Toyota.
For him to stay with his teammate, but that could have been a race-winning move there, jumping to the outside like that.
I think he's going to have to make about 10 more race-winning moves, Bill, before this thing is over.
Strong showing for the KBA.
Inside launch gets petered out a bit. Oh, fuck. We're back to this, man. Dude, I told you to stop. You've been timed out for a total of 10 minutes, and you won't stop bugging me. Next time, I will hide you so we don't have to listen to your fucking shenanigans.
That was a dead-end road on the bottom, and they saw that and reacted accordingly. Now, Chandler Smith's going to say, no, not so fast. We could have got there if you'd have been patient. We'll see if he's right.
Chandler Smith, Derek Kraus, and Stuart Friesen on that inside line. Do they have anything for the top? Stay with us. Won't miss
it's been impossible to pass anyone who's gotten clear. Anyway, now we're side by side. Yeah, I'll post for who wins the race. Oh, is Crafton having problems? Or no, it's just, no, Crafton does have a tire rub on the lower right. And Hyde. No, all. Chandler Smith looks like he's trying to make a run now on the bottom. We've got Derek Kraus behind him. Well, will there actually be a pass for the lead now? Matt Crafton is definitely going to the pits. Probably going to go a lap down now. Hello, Shadow Trent. Welcome to the stream. How are you doing?
His tough start to the season continues. Matt Crafton as
Teammates battling it out. Chandler Smith and Corey Heim way in front of the rest of the pack. Chandler Smith will take the lead away from his teammate.
Our Camping World 20 to go. And how about these two? Both 19 years old, both from the state of Georgia.
And here comes Tanner Gray back up into the pack. Tanner Gray, where'd he come from?
Saw him in the wall not many laps ago. Here he is battling for the second spot.
He needs some help, Phil.
He does. He's by himself down on the bottom.
He came from nowhere.
Might give him that help. I think Friesen's wanting to.
But now he's falling back into the field. He's falling back to the fifth
You can see
and
Zane
fourth
Smith
position.
in that Fr8 Auctions number 38 with that patch on the front, hanging right in there. He's right back in this thing.
Not you too. Oh fuck. Okay, is it? You know what? No burner accounts for you, Jake Amison. No, I'm just gonna hit hide again on James. Yeah, Taylor Smith, he's won near 3 of the last 7 races. I've had enough. He's been bugging me for the last goddamn hour. Look, I can compromise. In 3 laps, I'll switch on my iPad and show the last few set of laps on my iPad. I don't know if I can sync it up properly, but it's something.
So small. Watch this. 90 miles away.
I caught this from the corner of my eye as we were coming back from break. This was a caution that. How did it not happen?
You call Tanner Gray to win? He's back. He said right now he's actually falling back to 10th.
By the way, he's in the top 5, battling still for this win.
8th, 7th.
Tanner Gray up in the 7th spot now. Remember, he was involved in that incident involving Fogelman and Jordan.
Yeah,
Look,
some damage
that's
to
what plate racing's like.
Worked his way back up inside the top 10.
Ross Chastain's been all over the place today, from the back to the front and back again.
A lap down at one time, got his lap back after a flat tire.
That's Chastain in the red and white 41.
61 to Chase Purdy. Nice job for him in that bright yellow truck. Oh, put a little bit of a squeeze.
Ryan Preece.
Jesse Little in the 02 that he's battling with in that bright yellow truck. That was close.
And Ryan Preece got a little bumper from Ross Chastain. Preece in the 17, winner last year at Nashville.
All right, let me switch on Fox Sports.
We had a great 6th place run at Vegas last time out.
Look, this is how I can compromise. You just gotta hold on.
And these two hook back up like we saw earlier. There's Darren Krause looking at the low side of Austin Wayne Self in the 22
Okay,
truck.
it's gonna be behind. My thing is gonna be behind.
In the 61,
so
15th. In-finger after that bad pit
never
stop
mind.
in the 23.
Yeah, so this my thing is gonna be a bit behind.
Making a move up. The 22-year-old from Noblesville, Indiana.
So audio is not synced up properly.
He was 2 laps down at one time, now back on the lead lap, racing inside the top 20.
There's a lead, and Phil, the games have begun to be played. Corey Heim has to be listened to a spotter and rolling out of the gas and rolling back to the nose of Stuart Friesen. You saw what Grant Enfinger did at the end of stage 1 with that run and nearly pulled off the
Hi, Clemens West.
against Stuart Friesen.
No, after the truck race, I got the Xfinity race.
They've got to be working on their strategy of how to get the right run.
I'm gonna keep it small so I don't overcrowd the leaderboard at the bottom.
Slingshot engaged. I like what I'm seeing here today in Atlanta.
Me too.
That lead pack has broken away a little bit.
Also, this is about half a straightaway behind what I'm watching.
Back to 3 more that are separated.
better not get a strike for
continues
this.
to lead. The 19-year-old, as mentioned before,
Going to the Xfinity, all right.
about 90 miles from here. And when I'm talking small, I mean smaller than the Atlanta Motor Speedway facility here. I mean, it's that small.
Chandler Smith, this guy's been on fire the last set of races. The 3 career wins all within the last 7 truck races, period.
Drivers running 1-2 right now.
It's been a good year for Georgia. The Bulldogs did all right, huh?
They did pretty good, yeah. How about Stewart Friesen? They're right there in third, right behind the 2 KBM trucks.
How about the Braves? They did all right.
Yeah. Stewart coming off that great third-place run at Las Vegas.
Well, it's been a long time for Friesen. Hasn't won since 2019. As you see, a little lap traffic.
A lot of they're in the lap traffic in 2 different lanes, so they have to cut the middle.
Here's John Hunter Nemechek.
Oh, Nemechek gets on the now KBM 1, 2, 3.
Getting left on the inside.
Never mind. Wait, Nemechek several laps down. What am I talking about?
Right behind his teammates.
Yeah, I'm an idiot. I pulled a Marty Reed.
Defense for those guys. I mean, more trucks
to me.
The more trucks, the better, though. If you can group together and give it a push. Plus, John Hunter Nemechek, if he catches the right break, gets a free pass, he's not going to give up till this thing's over.
But isn't that the perfect role of the teammate? I mean, regardless, you've got a fast truck, you jump up there, and if you can provide a little cushion to the 2 teammates ahead of you, let them battle it out for the win, and you give them a little protection.
Sounds a lot different than it did a few laps ago, didn't it? When the teammates were arguing about who was supposed to be where.
8 to go.
This has changed dramatically.
Well, right now, here's Zane Smith running third in this race, right behind the 2-lap down John Hunter Nemechek. He knows that John Hunter Nemechek is not going to make the move to try to go by his teammates. So Zane Smith has got to be formulating a plan with somebody else because this 4 will not work with him.
Yeah, Nemechek's just going to run interference.
What's the question, Shadow Trent? 8 to go.
Yeah, but if you're Corey Heim, what do you think you're supposed to do? How are you going to get a run to go win this race?
I don't really want to see Let's Go Brandon. It's really hurt Brandon Brown's career with helping him get sponsors. Us, I don't want to get political here. I don't. I prefer to keep my pleasure in politics separate. Because one does not equal the other. 6 laps to go.
Actually running third, because keep in mind that third truck in line, John Hunter Nemechek.
What the fuck, man? You're literal.
It's Thor Sport Toyota's right behind Zane.
What do you mean change the view? What are you talking about? Oh my God! There's no pleasing you people. But I digress. Look, this is about the best I can do. All right. You can see the damn race. We see no passing basically within the last few laps. We've got 5 to go in this fuck fest of a race. Will Heim pull out and try to win? Will he, like other ARCA drivers, try to wreck for the win?
Can they form up a line and challenge that KBM duo at the front?
Derek Kraus is a lone taker down on the bottom trying to make something happen.
4 laps left.
All about positioning now, trying to get yourself the right space off the truck in front of you and learn how long it takes to get that run, how long it takes to make up that space.
Is that damage on the left front hurting Zane Smith from making any of the moves he'd like to make?
I've seen him race through the field, Vince. He's been able
we
to
got 4 to go, and you're talking about damage on the 3rd place truck. Talk about the bet. Well, frankly, unfortunately, there's nothing else to talk about because it's train racing. 3 to go. You may leave? Okay, it's fine. I hope you had a good day, though.
The only thing hurting him right now is John Hunter Nemechek 2 laps down in front of him.
Bit of a gap, too, back to Ben Rhodes behind Zane Smith.
No, oh yeah, actually Nemechek is blocking he's 2 laps, but he's blocking the 38 from making any moves.
And get a push.
Conveniently slotted himself behind his teammates. 2 laps to go.
2 to go.
Gonna be a 2-man battle at this rate.
Chandler Smith, a 3-time series winner. Corey Heim, yet to win in the series, still running on a part-time basis.
Ross Chastain pulling down pit road with a flat tire.
To win at home for these 2 teenagers. Coming to the white
White flag is out. One more time around, Atlanta. Does anyone have anything? Here comes Corey Heim to the inside. Nemechek goes down to help his teammate. Corey Heim to the lead on the final lap. That's going to be it. They've got to get past the lap car if they want to get to try and pass Corey Heim for the lead. Here comes Ben Rhodes to second. But he's really far behind. Does he have a move? Nemechek moves up to try and block on the outside. Corey Heim's going to run away with it. The 19-year-old from Georgia will win at Atlanta. But seriously, that's a dipshit move to just block like that. Whatever. Corey Heim wins at Atlanta. That was dull.
That was incredible.
Just blocking behind it with a lapped car. Then again, Chase Elliott did the same thing at Bristol to Kevin Harvick. So I don't know why the hell I'm complaining. But, you know, Chandler Smith is going to be pissed off because his teammate screwed him over. That was Chandler Smith will not be happy.
Do I go with Heim or do I go with Chandler Smith? And he chose Corey Heim.
Thank you, Clemens West, for subscribing.
So Rhodes ends up second. Remember, Nemechek was a couple of laps down. Majeski third, and Chandler Smith disappointed for sure. Fourth place finish.
Well, that was something that we did see coming. Corey Heim going to victory lane after the way he performed last year and just a couple of stars. He just impressed the young racer. And wow, to do it on this stage, though, he had a couple of teenagers from Georgia battling it out for a win. Doesn't get much better than that at your home track.
Man, that was not a good.
Out of Georgia, 19 years old.
John Hunter Nemechek certainly got in the middle of that at the end, and really he's the one that helped Corey Heim to make the pass on Chandler Smith, but Corey Heim knew what he was doing. He laid off him a little bit, like we talked about, to get a little bit momentum. He pulled down. John Hunter gave him just the slightest push, and away he went.
The 8th straight race going back to last season, won by a driver 22 years or younger.
22 or under, my God.
They just seem to keep getting younger and younger. Chandler Smith, teenager, won at Vegas. Corey Heim, teenager, wins here at Atlanta.
All right, I think we're going to be done here now. Because now, holy crap, I didn't notice. Holy crap, thank you for everyone who subscribed. Oh my God.
Here since you were a kid, you raced Bandoleros back here when you were just 14 years old to win at Atlanta Motor Speedway. How did you put your head down and trust your team behind you?
Yeah, that was awesome. I can't believe it. We just put ourselves
yeah, because Nemechek went with you. That's the only reason you won this race. Mike, but I digress.
Back at the shop, you know, Toyota Racing just helps me so much to get here, and this truck looks awesome. And victory.
A 17th place finish for
We were listening in
Chris
on the
Hacker.
scanners, and I know that there was some back and forth about team orders and who was gonna take it to the checkered flag. How was that decision made? How did you process it?
Yeah, no team orders there. I think as long as one KBM truck won, that's all that matters. So, you know, the 18 did an awesome job of defending for most of the race there, and the 4, you know, stuck with me when it mattered the most. So, you got to give all the credit to John Hunter Nemechek for helping me out there. And,
yeah, no shit.
For real, awesome.
Corey Heim, an Atlanta Motor Speedway winner.
All right, well, I'm done here. I didn't particularly enjoy the race. A lot of train racing. I didn't find it particularly stimulating. Original Atlanta, I mean, I just compared to the original to what Atlanta was like before this, I would rather have that than this. Even Kyle Busch dominating a race would be more interesting. Honestly, I was not a particular fan of this type of racing. Anyway, that's going to do it for this stream. I'll be back probably like 10-15 minutes for the Xfinity race. So, actually, no, Chandler Smith interview.
Honestly, just for lap cars not to get in the mix of the lead lap cars there. I would have liked to have been able to duke it out with a 51, just us, not have anybody in the middle of it, just lead lap cars, but it is what it is. I'm happy for them, good for them.
Yeah, come on, man. You have to be pissed. Anyway, I'm going to sign off for now. I'll be back in a few minutes. Bowser Jr. XD signing off for this stream. Have a good one.